Welcome to the video. Today, I want to talk about something very, very important. In today's economy, you will never, ever, ever be able to scale your construction business. I know, I'm sad to say it. It's just the truth. If you believe it's the truth. And that's what the video is about today. I hear a lot of people talk about, I can't scale my business because of the economy. And so I wanted to talk about it just a little bit. Maybe I can help you understand your situation a little bit more and understand why the economy is keeping you stuck. If you don't know, I run a marketing agency. I help construction businesses scale, regardless of the economy, regardless if it's a red state, blue state, broke little county somewhere, or a massive booming economy, big city. I help construction businesses get extra jobs. If you want that, click the link in the description. Let's talk about it. So, when you blame the economy for why your business cannot succeed, you are handing the keys to your business to the economy and saying it is your fault that I am not succeeding. Which means you will only succeed under the guidelines or the guise that the economy is good. And so essentially what blaming the economy does is cast blame to a third party. You're basically saying, I don't want to take blame for this, so I'm going to put it on somebody else. This stems from the Dr. Albert Ellis's cause of emotional disturbance. So he has 3 causes of emotional disturbance. This is Dr. Albert Ellis's 3 causes of emotional disturbance. Circumstances, others, and self. Others is friends or family. Circumstances is the economy, time, or value, right? When you blame the economy, you are blaming the circumstance. You are not taking self-accountability for what's going on in your business, right? That is why I make this video. Because the thing is, it's very easy, and I do this too, it's very easy to blame the economy, to blame the time, to blame the value, to blame the weather for why things in your life aren't going the way that they are. But as soon as you take self-accountability, that's the only way that you're going to be able to grow your business and grow your life, right? When you blame the economy, you're saying, I can only operate under the guise that the economy is perfect. And it's not my fault, it's the economy's fault. You have to let go of that blame for other people or other things. Because if you continue to do that, you will only operate under which the economy is okay or under which the circumstances fit your criteria. When you are trying to build a business, you have to hustle every single day. It's hard, okay? I work my ass off. I work every single day. Some days I don't want to work. Some days I don't feel like working, but I have to. And my business is continuing to grow, regardless of the economy. But it's because I take self-accountability as to why things aren't going well, if they're not going well. Imagine you wanted to get in shape, but you didn't get in shape because you're waiting for the day that you're in good shape to go to the gym. Because you don't want to go to the gym and be the one person out of shape that everyone judges. So you're going to get in shape first and then go to the gym. That doesn't make any sense. This is called the when-then fallacy. When I do X, then I will do Y. When you say the economy is the problem, you're essentially saying when the economy is bad, when the economy is good, then I will make money. If the economy never gets good, according to your hypothesis, then you will never be able to make more money. You have to flip the when-then fallacy, right? So instead of saying, I will get in shape and then go to the gym, you have to say, I will go to the gym, then get in shape. When I make more money, then I will start buying Facebook ads or whatever, advertising. Flip it. when I buy Facebook ads, then I'll make more money. I'll tell you a story about myself personally. I did the same thing. For years, I would always blame other people. So I'd actually blame my clientele for why things weren't working out. I was always like, people don't have money, and they don't have like the mindset to actually run ads. And I also said, when I have the money, then I'll run ads. That was the big thing that I said. I said, I don't have the money right now. I kept telling myself, I don't have the money. And it wasn't until one day when I had a friend of mine just say, like, dude, spend your last, I had like $300. She was like, spend your last $300 on ads. And I did. 4 months later, I fucking scaled my business. I asked him, I said, what happens when I make money? Like, how much do I spend on ads? He said, you spend all your money on ads. He said, don't eat. I was like, what about food? You don't eat. Just spend your money on ads. I did that. I experienced that. Spending weeks not really eating much, being careful with my spending and my budget to run ads. And guess what happened? I ran ads and I had leads that weren't qualified for my service, leads who didn't pick up the phone, leads who picked up the phone but didn't know who I was. That's expected to happen when you run ads. You're always going to have, like, you're running an online campaign. You can't control some of those things. You can clean it up as best as possible, but you're always going to have the potential to get shit leads. And that's just the truth. All right. If you ever ran ads before with a company and that company said, or that company gave you a bunch of leads and it was like they were trash leads, that can happen. Now there's ways to fix that stuff, and if they don't fix it, then that's on the agency. But I've seen that one too. It's like you run an ad campaign, in the first week you get 7 leads, 5 of them don't pick up the phone. It's like, oh, ads don't work. So now you're just going to wave off one of the biggest ways that people make money in today's day and age because 5 people didn't pick up the phone. You have to think about it. Blame yourself. How can I fix this problem? Either you hired the wrong agency or you're looking at it wrong. Because for me, when I was, starting out, I spent hours and hours every single day. I still, to this day, there are people from months ago, years ago, who I started calling back then and had an appointment with, that I still call to this day. To this day, I still call them. And some of them don't pick up the phone and some of them do. It happens. All right? But it's because I took self-accountability. I said, how can I make this person more likely to close? That's all I can do. I can control every single variable up until the close. So why not do everything that I can to get it there? I can't control if they say yes or no. But I can control if I get them on the phone. And you can too. You can control if you run ads. You can control if you pick the right agency. You can control if you book the inspection. You can control if you close the sale, right? No, sorry, you can't close if you control the sale, but you can control your mannerism when you're speaking to the client. But you can't control particularly the part where they give you the money. You can't control that part, but you can control everything else leading up to it. So why not do your best to get there? Well, because it's easier to say it's the economy's fault. And then you don't have to. You don't have to do that because you can always fall back on the economy. And the thing is, there's always these fallbacks. It's the economy, it's your family, it's your friends, it's this whole thing. There's always a fallback. You'll never take full accountability for your situation. You can say whatever you want about the economy. My business is doing well. My clients' businesses are doing well. And to be honest, I don't even watch the news. I couldn't even tell you what's going on. I know what president's in office, and that's pretty much it. And funny enough, my dad sends me a bunch of news articles that I tell him stop sending me that shit because it fucks with your head, right? You turn on the TV and everyone's like on there. You will never believe what's happening today in Ukraine, and it's like, whoa, bro! Like there are people getting their heads chopped off for being Christians. Like, yo, turn that off. You don't need that in your life. And so you're like, yeah, the economy's messed up because this thing happened in Ukraine, and then this thing happened in Israel, and then all these people, and then the current presidential election, and then the immigration and all that stuff. So what, bro? So what? It doesn't make a difference to your life. It doesn't. It doesn't change anything. You can still grow your business under those circumstances. Anyway, I've been ranting about this for a while. I'm back. I know I've been missing for a couple weeks, but you know what? Here I am making more videos, and I thought this one would be kind of interesting. I thought about it this morning. I've been seeing a lot of leads popping up on my phone, and I asked, "What's your biggest struggle in your business?" And everyone's like, "The economy, the economy, the economy." Like, it can't be the fucking economy, bro. It can't be. It can't be. It's you. It's always you.